This is part one, receiving my 21-inch speaker. Now I have to unscrew the lid. Part two, unboxing the speaker, and I have to unbolt it from the wooden box. Here we go. This is part three of my 21-inch subwoofer speaker. The dust cap is about almost 8 inches across. There's the dual spider of the speaker. That's the speaker magnet. And I believe that it's over 10 inches across, maybe 11. I haven't measured it yet. But that's the speaker. Here is more of my 20-inch subwoofer speaker. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the specs of this speaker. It's actually a 21-inch Dayton Audio speaker, and the power handling, continuous power, is 2000 watts RMS, and it could take a 4000 watt peak, and I believe this speaker probably weighs close to 90 pounds. Super heavy. The speaker came in a box crate box, and I had to unbolt it from the cabinet, and extremely huge. And the way I mount the speaker onto the main board, I use 1/4 inch carriage bolts with washers on both ends of the mounting board with special nuts that got Teflon in them, so they can't come loose or undone. It's got a port on the bottom, but I decided to keep the sides open. Here's the sides of the cabinet. I decided I'm going to make these into side ports for a couple reasons. To keep the speaker cool while it's running, and that wire you see here, that's 10 gauge speaker wire, and you can see inside the cabinet these speaker terminals can accommodate, I think, 6 gauge wire. And that's a double stack. That magnet's almost like 12 inches across, completely ventilated. And there's the underside of the speaker cabinet. My voice probably sounds like it's in a tunnel, but that's how the speaker looks like. To give you an idea. And you can tell that this speaker is so hefty, big. But if I can, that's the inside of the cabinet, and there's no crossover inside the speaker box. In fact, I can't find a crossover that's 2,000 watts passive. You're going to have to use electronic crossover on this guy. So I kept these areas open so the speaker can ventilate while it's running. I only have a 200 watt per channel amplifier hooked to this, so I really can't crank it. Super heavy though. It's like I was saying before, the power handling is 2,000 watts, continuous power. Then what I did to mount the speaker, I used carriage bolts with washers on both sides. And I made spaces for the speaker grill so it can accommodate the speaker, so it won't hit. And I also put a port down here for the low tuning. See, there's the bottom port. You can see part of it. Right below where it says Black Widow. It's used to pull the Black Widow speaker, but the speaker was bad. Like I say, that dust cap is 8 inches across, and I got 8 carriage bolts holding this guy together. So it's not gonna come off. Anyway, that's my 21-inch speaker. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, this speaker, 21-inch speaker, it is a 97.7 dB, 1 watt per meter. That's how much sound it puts out. And the frequency response on this speaker goes down to 18 hertz up to 600 hertz. And it's a quadruple accordion surround on the speaker. And that's a lot. And this speaker looks like paper, but I think it might be a composite of paper and some other material. And this coil is so tight, that cone, you can't even press the cone, and that's how much force it has. And it's a dual spider construction on this speaker. So I want to mention that. And the speaker jack is a Speakon 40 amp connector. And there's no passive crossover. Like I said, I have to use electronic crossover, I think, because this speaker is 2,000 watts. So there's my 21-inch subwoofer speaker that weighs 90 pounds.